I'm starting to realize after almost 8 years of being a dad, it's the most selfless thing that you can possibly do to actually take care of yourself.
The ego is going to have a good little reason why this is that, but you got to get rid of that too.
When I hit that gambling mode and I lost 140 grand, God reached his hand down at me and told me, you can't stay here.
It's an ultimate illusion too. It's just the discipline. It's the you and you.
God gives you power to overcome the enemy. Your job is to subdue, bring into order the chaos that surrounds you.
You're either not as good as you think or you're not putting in enough work.
Every day you got to put some reps in.
All I want to know is,
I'm a huge advocate for entrepreneurs to use like HIIT workouts, because then you get your time back. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to the gym for like an hour, hour and a half, you're going for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you're just able to get it in quicker.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I'm hit or miss with that approach. Like the concept of it, I think, is better in my head, but like actually executing on it, like that's why I do kind of like the pickleball. Like when I was telling you, I do the pickleball hits, right?
Yeah.
Like where I'm just like, hey, 1 hour though, or, 2, kind of got to 2, but there was a certain point when I was traveling and doing all that, like I only could afford an hour. I was like, but that hour was cool. Like I get in there, get that hour, and I'm good to go. Yeah. So that's what I love about pickleball. Yeah. Really.
And bro, the thing is like that I learned from Mark while we were doing like the challenge and stuff like that, right? Like you can literally do it anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Drop down.
Just drop down. Just drop down. If you're waiting for a flight, if you're just waiting for whatever, you know what I mean? Like you're watching Padres on TV, you know what I'm saying? You just do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so like when I was working with him, like it was all day. Like I would be, me and Steph and the kids would be like watching Padres. Yeah. In between commercial breaks. Yeah. Bust out a couple push-ups. You know what I mean?
That's tight.
And it just adds up over time. You know what I mean?
And that's the 5x5s, right? Okay.
Yeah. So it's either 5x5s or like other people do EMOM, which is every minute on the minute. Yep. Which is how Mark and his team got the world record for burpees in 24 hours. They did like, I forgot how many tens of thousands of burpees they did, but every minute on the minute they rotated doing like 5 burpees every minute on the minute.
That's tight.
You know what I mean? It's just like crazy, bro.
Yeah. And then if anybody else got a little thing like that, drop it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I seen some guy do like 20 minutes, of every minute on the minute. So so doing like the 5x5 workout, but doing it for 20 minutes. Gotcha. So instead of doing it like by 5, it's just how many sets can you do up to 20 minutes. So I think I'm gonna start hitting it like that. Maybe start with the 5x5 and then transition as I get stronger or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because right now you've been hitting the laps around here, right?
Yeah, so I'll do like walking around the block, or like after work I'll go hit a run next to the house. You know what I mean? And I've been able to get up to like a 5K, so I can do like 3 miles straight. Yeah.
That's fun. So I know that you have a history of kind of just being in a certain shape, right? Like that you told me about. Yeah. Was that in the midst of any of your like business endeavors?
Are you talking about my fat state, or are you talking about when I got in shape?
Because I remember you told me, you were like, man, you were telling me about a time in your life where you were like super in shape. I don't know if it was for something. I don't know if it was just cause. But all my main thing is just like, because you've gone on these different business ventures, and we kind of talk about just like really becoming our best version in this season. Yeah. And, for me, man, I've been trying to get in shape for 33 years now, you know what I'm saying? So my whole life, right? So it's like really getting to that tip top shape, but like it really, I mean, and it's a theory, and at the same time, but I'm like, man, I feel like on the other side of that is a lot of does wonders for whatever you're doing at that time, whether it be your business or anything. So I'm just like interested in your take on that. Like, hey, at that time when you were in super shape, were you in tip top like mental business owner shape or entrepreneurs? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Like I feel like I was just so disciplined, like all the way through and through. And like after having the kids and having a wife and, you know, like having other external responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? Like those things I allowed to have more precedence over like the things that I took over self-control and self-discipline. You know, like I wasn't able to lead myself for a long time. And then I went all the way up to like 214. You know, I was like 210 when I got married. Right now I'm about 190, 188, somewhere around there. I kind of fluctuate. But like at my peak, bro, I was 214. You know what I'm saying? And like I've never hit that in my life, you know, but it was like as I allowed like all these external forces to kind of like take place over my own personal disciplines and not valuing my pillar with one of my pillars, which is fitness. And that's just like the 5 F's that I follow, right? Faith, family, fitness, finances, fellowship. I didn't allow myself to like truly maintain that fitness pillar physically. And I was getting in shape mentally and emotionally, trying to navigate the new realities of having kids and having a wife and like putting those things above myself. But now I'm starting to realize, like, after 7 years of being a dad, almost 8 years of being a dad, is like it's the most selfless thing that you can possibly do to actually take care of yourself. So and I used to think that it was selfish for me to like take the extra hour, take the 2 hours, you know what I mean, to go out on a run or go to the gym, you know, and take care of myself in that way physically. Yeah. Because I wanted to spend time with my kids, especially as now they're in school. Like I only get 2.5 hours with them a day really before bedtime, you know? So like, and then it's like too late to go to the gym after I put them down for bed and you know, all the excuses and all the different reasons and stuff like that. But definitely there's a mental sharpness and definitely like a mental acuity that you do get when you are working on yourself physically. Yeah. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, for sure.
Yeah, not neglecting that pillar, right? Like, so yeah, that's something that's been, you know, kind of always on my mind, you know, at times. And it's just the you and you fight, you know what I'm saying, that we're always going through. That's just one of the pillars, right?
Yeah, 100%, bro. And definitely like when I was on carnivore, like, and I was just like no carbs, you know, like my insulin levels were like, you know, chilling. My cortisol levels were chilling. Like you can really feel the mental sharpness that people do talk about when you are just like stable, you know what I'm saying? Like when you do consume like the bread and the carbs and, you know, the sugars and all that stuff, you really do start to feel those spikes and those crashes. And like, I don't think a lot of people like have taken it upon themselves to actually feel that, you know what I mean? Like when you fast and then you go on to like a keto, you know, because I've done like a 72-hour water fast and then went straight onto like carnivore. And that's just like super low sugar, right? Or no sugar at all. Yeah. To go that to that and then like hop back into like a Filipino party and like consume like a bunch of, you know, breaded chicken and like all like pancit and all that stuff. Yeah. Bro, I felt the freaking roller coaster just like going way up here. Yeah. And it's not even like sugar, right? Like it's not like a donut or something, but you just like, you feel yourself go all the way up here and just completely crash down. Yeah. Like it's wild. Like the experience that your body feels when you like are actually in its optimal shape. Yeah. You know?
For sure. Yeah. And I think that when you experience that, depending on when in your life, it's almost like that high that you always kind of chase back to, you know what I mean?
But it's such a discipline though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like as much as it feels great, like you want, like, especially for me, like I was a fat kid, you know, like I was a really big kid up until I joined track. I was able to run and I was able to do like long distance, and that's why I did the mile in track. Yeah. But I was big. Yeah. Until that point, and then that's when I kind of hit like that good turning point all the way until I had my first kid and, you know, we got pregnant and everything. Then I started to put on the weight. Gotcha. But for like a good 20 2011 to 2018, like I was in like super good shape. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, shoot, we're on the road back to that, man. You know
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring that pickleball content back in the right season. I think we both kind of on our own flows, and that's the part that I know that for sure in my journey, just having the community of other people, not even just men, but just like, striving for that. Like I know both of us have already kind of put that into the air. You know what I mean? So we're looking at each other like, hey, this is what we doing, bro. Like, hey, we want to be the head and on this whole kind of operation that we got going on. We talk about the different pivots that we've had to make, and it's like, hey, we need to be our best versions. Like, what does that really look like? So I feel like we're kind of doing that. I mean, we're saying it, but even the unsaid part of just like motivating each other. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool, let's do it. Let's keep at it. You know what I mean? So.
I actually just put a post together that's gonna be dropping. It was in the long form that I just dropped for the solo talking heads that I've been doing. Taking a little bit of a page out of Mark's leadership is to give yourself a rating, and so maybe we'll do this together. Right here is give yourself a rating on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best, of where you're at in these 5 pillars: spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. And then Mark's is physically, mentally, emotionally, intuitionally, and spiritually. So he works backwards. For me, being a believer, I think that you can be spiritual in your mountains above all of those other things, right? Because all those other things can be added to you. Matthew 6:33. Anywho, you rate yourself 1 to 5, and then whatever your lowest score is, you're actually at that. Like that's how you're operating optimally in Mark's eyes, right? As a leader.
Yeah.
So if you are at, say, a 3 spiritually, you're at a 5 physically, you're at a 5 mentally, 5 emotionally, a 2, financially, or whatever the case may be, you're really operating at like a 2-3-ish range.
It's the average.
Yeah.
Or even lower than the average.
He pulls it back to whatever your lowest is.
Yeah. That's the, I see.
He's like, that's where you got to start working at. Like, don't think of yourself as a 3.5 or a 4 at that point.
Yeah, you're giving yourself too much grace almost.
You're giving yourself too much grace.
Yeah.
Like almost like that David Goggins type mentality of like putting up all of the sticky notes on the mirror. I don't know if you read his book or not, but he talked about like during his time of going through Navy SEAL, trying to become a Navy SEAL, he would put up like sticky notes on a mirror. And it was all like negative stuff. You know what I mean? It was like, you're fat, you're ugly, like, you know what I mean? Like all this stuff. And then when you like, every day you wake up and you're looking at those things and you're like, you have to change that. You know what I'm saying? You have to work on that. So it's kind of looking at what are your weaknesses and addressing those things and becoming sharper overall.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Because mentally you can be giving yourself, an out, right? By like, okay, 5 over here, 5, 4 over here. But like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, and you're not attacking it as if it's the only number. Yeah. Like, nah, I'm at a 2. Yeah. Like if I'm at a 2 one place, then I'm at a 2 in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and I think it's a good exercise, especially for men, because we have a lot of ego. You know what I mean? We have a lot of ego. We have a lot of pride. And so we're like, oh, no, I'm doing good. You know what I mean? And that's how we respond oftentimes. You know what I'm saying? When we get in a room, how are you? Oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When really, like, are you really? You know what I'm saying? Are you really at like a 2 or a 3? You know what I'm saying? Or are you at a 4.5, 5?
And the ego's got a story for why you on that 2. You know what I mean? The ego's gonna have a good little reason. Why. Like, this is that, but you got to get rid of that too.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why ain't it? All I want to know is how you going to get to that 5? How we going to get to that 5? You know what I'm saying? And when we going to get at that 5, So I like that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. For me, like right now, I'm probably at like a 2 2.5, realistically, because I'm like, yo, I need to check my physical, what I'm saying? Like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, things are kind of all in check, getting in shape, well, what I'm saying? But physically though, like I'm healthy, when it comes to like my levels and all that type of stuff. I did the blood work not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I know that I got to work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know that I've seen myself in much better shape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so yeah, I gotta work on it.
Yeah.
There, you know what I'm saying?
And it really is the why too, right? Setting a new standard for the generations to come, for our kids, right? For our kids.
Yeah.
It's like, how long are we going to continuously set the standard that we're at now? Because that's all that really matters. Right? Is the now.
Right. So, 100%.
Yeah. So we just dove right in this thing. So we're gonna have to just find that intro point. But it is another episode of Building Side by Side.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we are back after our
2-week summer vacation.
Yeah. 2 weeks. Hey man, 2 weeks ain't you know what I'm saying? 2 weeks is still cool. You feel me? No, last week actually we were in the mix, but you had just you guys had your vacation.
We had a staycation.
Yeah. You had your staycation. Which how was that?
It was good, man.
Yeah,
it's a blessing to be able to get out of the studio for a little bit and spend time with the kids before they went back to school. So we were able to. They love checking into hotels, like that's their thing. So we just pick a day, or maybe 2 nights or something like that, just to check in, and then they get to pack their bags and. Just seeing the smile on their face of being able to just do that, you know, and then hit the pool and just hang out, with the fam. And then thankfully we got blessed too. We were able to go to the Padres game after that. And then we were gifted SCFC tickets to go see Chef Claudia, do the Keeper of the Flow with the kids.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So what ended up being like, we had no plan of like doing this, but we were like, man, like they're starting school next week. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like let's just do something because we've been at work. We've been, starting up the new lab and everything. And so, I was just like, all right, let's hit this staycation.
Nice.
And it ended up being like just
super
smooth.
Did they roll the clip?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool, on the big screen.
Yeah. So we got to have that up on Instagram, see it on the big screen, and bro, it was dope. It was dope.
That's tight.
Yeah, the seats were super dope too. Like, I've been to Snapdragon before.
For what?
Just to see like SCSU play against
football?
I think it was football.
Yeah,
regular American football.
Yeah.
To see SCSU play, I think it was UCLA or something like that, and we were on like the 300s.
Right,
bro. It felt
way different.
I felt like I was like climbing up to heaven, bro. Wow. Like it was like so high, and like the steps are like literally like this steep. Like literally, I had to like trudge up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to go from like that experience to be able to get like the seats in the 100s, which is just like leveled. You know what I mean? It was night and day. Like the experience was just like night and day.
Right on.
And like. To even like enjoy watching soccer, like bro, it was fun.
Was it a good game?
It was a good game.
Well, did you end up leaving early?
We did. We left at halftime because it was the night before they started school. The kids started school, so
didn't get back too late, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to get back too late. But we left at halftime. But it was dope. It was super fun. Yeah,
that's tight. And then Chef Claudia just left.
Yeah.
She just got done filming.
Yeah. That was a super fun episode to like see her in her Spanglish, you know, like just Yeah, she's cool people. And then anybody else come this week? This week was just like a batch content week. We did shoot with Rise. Finished out like 16 interviews.
What day was that?
Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You were in here all day.
Yeah, we were in there all day. That was a fun one though. Like to be able to, get the new mic, the boom mic, you know what I mean? And
we gotta we unwrapped that one and hadn't heard your review on it yet.
Yeah.
So tell us the product name.
Sennheiser MKH50. So we just added that to the mix. So if you're doing a talking head video, you know, over at the lab, you can request for that at an additional fee. And it just makes your talking head videos super clean. If you go check out my solo episodes at Christian and Graham on YouTube, you'll be able to not see a microphone in the thing. And so I was able to film with that, you know.
And what set was the last one? So this last one was, I believe the title was I spent $400K on this.
Yeah, on CEO lessons.
On CEO lessons, right? Yeah. So I noticed, you know, obviously it's quality all around, but there was a certain level of quality that video hit.
Yeah.
But what set is that?
That's just my own.
That's the solo set, right?
That's my own set. That's not even listed. It's not even listed.
Oh, the Christian Graham special?
The Christian Graham special is not listed on
That's the left side of the menu?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not even left side, bro.
It's not?
Nah,
it's not on it.
It's not, yeah.
Okay, it's not even a secret menu or nothing.
Yeah.
But it is, though.
But if you really need it, though. Then you're going to have to buy me out.
Yeah. What are we calling that spot, though? The solo...
That one
is that the solo?
It's just Christian set because I purposely built that so that I didn't have to recreate it like how we do all the other sets. Like, so if they wanted to have this a solo set and have a boom mic come in, you know, over top, they can do that in here.
Gotcha.
And it's just like, this is our standard sets that they can mess with. But like, I want to keep my books up. I want to keep my sponsors up. I want to keep all the different clients that I've had that gifted me, you know, shoes and hats and, you know, drinks and all those types of things like in my set and not have to like rearrange everything every time.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Well, at least if you do attend a Makers Network event, that is right there. We've had some people knock out some content there. You know what I mean? So it's just another section in the back, which that is the
Arc set.
Or
the lounge suite.
Yeah, the lounge suite.
Yeah, the lounge suite.
So another corner in the lounge suite. But yeah, no, that one came out.
If you are part of our inner circle and you're a client of ours, you are more than welcome to come and film in that set. But you're going to have to come up in here and find out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. No, and do we have anything that we're looking forward to on the Makers Network side?
Makers Network, we'll probably be kicking that back up September.
Okay.
And then we're still wrapping our heads around the Epicenter stuff right now. So there's the Epicenter grand opening is going to be September 10th, which is also mine and Steph's anniversary.
Yep.
Right. And so we're trying to figure that part out. Is like, you know, do we kick it for an hour and then dip out, roll out, you know, and go do our own thing for dinner or something like that. Let's see what else we got. We got the Brand in Demand playbook that just released. So if you are looking to grow your brand by leveraging your message, your offer, your brand, scaling through content, it has everything from A to Z on setting up your offers, your messaging, your brand, through organic, through paid ads, using Soda Harvest, how to set up your first funnel, how to set up some simple automations through Soda Harvest. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? We got Bible study coming up.
Yep.
August 27th.
This month. Yep.
Yeah, August 27th.
How are we doing the invites on that? Is that open invite style?
Yeah. Cool. Whoever wants to come through, we're not closing the door on anybody. If you want to attend, you know, shoot me a DM or comment the word Bible study or something like that.
And that lands on a Thursday, right?
Thursday. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be doing them Thursday nights, 6 to 8.
Yes, sir.
And then, maybe eventually we might start doing some live Bible studies.
Why not?
Maybe. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Maybe start running some lives.
For sure.
Just like we did the webinars and workshops that we've done with Mark and, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's
good, bro.
Invite them in on it, you know?
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. Anything else on your heart this either this week or these last couple weeks, man? How you been feeling, navigating? And I feel like you've been really just embracing all of the opportunities that are flowing in. Just keeping that positive attitude, right?
Yeah.
Like the same attitude as when it was like, okay, hey, like starting, you know, ups or ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah.
And just keeping the same kind of spirit about it all, right?
Yeah. I would say, like, bro, it's just, I've been blessed, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just been a blessing to just be able to be aligned in your pillars and your non-negotiables. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is sitting right, or feels like it's sitting right. And like, you know, we were in a valley for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was dry bones, there was dry seasons. Didn't feel like it was coming out, you know, for a long time. And now I kind of feel like we're coming back up the mountain. You know what I'm saying? And trying to, or finally starting to get like some grounding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. As a business owner, as being a business owner and being in the position that I was in for many years, to go from where I was and make some terrible decisions that, you know, made a lot of things crash and burn, and then have a falling out with like my, you know, previous landlord with smacking and not wanting to like even be in that industry anymore because of how bad the experience was. To like come out of all of that and then shift weight into what we're doing now, and finally realizing, like, you know, metacognitively, like looking outside looking in, and just like bird's eye view, you know, like you're right where you prayed for. You know, when I left my corporate job back in 2018 to start a podcast and to build a personal brand, and to now have like that bird's eye view, like it was never even just about you doing it and you being able to serve others through it. Like, I always thought that it had to come through me, you know what I'm saying? And now to like be in this position now where we're able to have the tools, have the resources, have the space, have the knowledge, like it's really starting to all unfold in real time right now. Yeah. And we're not at like, you know, the 7, 8, 9 figure brand that we anticipate to be just yet, but it is a just yet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
We got A players around us. We're growing.
Yeah.
We're past stabilizing. We're in a growth stage. Things are doing really well. Like, clientele lead generation is constant. The game planning around more lead generation is in effect. We're able to create content all the time without putting in, you know, making it stressful and becoming full-time content creators. Like, there's a system behind it all.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on with this.
Just leave that one off.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, bro.
No, that's great, bro. Yeah. And it's just kind of like a true testament to, in whatever season, to keep that. Right? Like, it's like, okay, cool. Like when the feelings also align, that's great. But it's almost, because we've been on both sides and it's just like another reminder that like it's everything. You know what I mean? It's all of it. You know? And that this, like, the moments that we've had previously, and, you know, whatever our highs and lows, like there's some lows you've had that I have no idea. There's some lows I've had you have no idea. And it's like, that's what makes it all, right? And it's like the one thing that I do, like, I love about myself, and it's funny though, I'm gonna make sense of anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make sense of anything. I'm gonna recycle everything. And like getting to a point where it's just like I find myself in these moments. Actually, I had a pretty surreal moment when I was just explaining things again to Carmen, right? And I'm like, damn, it's crazy, because I feel like I'm repeating myself all the time. And I'm like, damn, have another deja vu moment. And I'm just like, man, this is just a fight that's never going to stop, right? Like, but if you don't love that fight, and then you just say, I'm done fighting. Like, I literally had a moment where I was channeling the person that just says, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, damn, like, and I love it. I love the fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you get to that point where you don't love that, and it's going on in your head, and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah. And that's what separates us.
That's what separates a lot. And it separates that, like, that being in that pit, bro, being down there, you feel me? It's just like, you know, so for me, it's more on like, okay, let me lock this into and know how to reach a hand down to that person. Like, but it's hard because you still got to put the oxygen mask on yourself. I'm still like, you know, and it almost makes us even more responsible to the dumb stuff that we can't do, right? Yeah. Like even me, I got this Max Bet song coming out. I was like, can I even handle the energy of that when I've been gambling my life and it tried to take me out? You feel me? Like, so it's like, and then I get back to the gratitude because I'm like, this is why I did it. This is why I still let myself make Max Bet. I didn't like take it, like, you know what I'm saying? It's that accountability point. Yeah. It's like, nah, I'm gonna speak the language, but I'm also gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not a fan of like the don't preach what you can't follow yourself type of thing. You know what I mean? Because like you need to speak life over yourself. Yeah. You know, even if you're in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? You fall down 7 times, you get back up 8. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. Don't stay there. Yeah. Like don't stay there, pity yourself. Oh, I sinned this time. Oh, I struggle with this. Oh, I'm you know what I mean? Like I'm not savable this time. Yeah. No, like you are. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been at the lowest of lowest points. And me myself, like when I hit that gambling mode and I lost 140 grand or something like that, 120, 140, somewhere around there. I don't even remember. It was so long ago now. When I hit that point, bro, and like the Holy Spirit came and reached their hand down, when God reached his hand down at me and told me like, no, like you can't stay here. Yeah. And then gave me clear instruction, go and tell your parents. Yeah. Like it wasn't even go and tell my wife. It was go and tell my parents. Yeah. And the reason for that, now that I, you know, was able to reflect back on it, you know what I'm saying, and talking to Steph over with it, you know, it was like the reason why it was go to your parents first was because they always knew that I struggled with this. You know what I'm saying? That I had some kind of fight here. You know what I'm saying? But I was never real about it.
Yeah, you're always stoic.
And I didn't even like realize it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the addiction on my life that has such a strong foothold that I didn't recognize as an addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like I recognize it as a quicker investment every single time. And like I would give my parents, you know, flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, here you go. Let's go do this trip. Let's go, you know, trips on me, food on me, hotels on me, all this, you know, everything when things were flowing right. And then, you know, then they see the seasons of like, oh, you know, we haven't gone out to dinner for a while. Like Christian hasn't, you know, hasn't treated for this, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the girls haven't been, you know, getting as much toys or clothes as they normally do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that's when I had to open up to them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like that was the pivot point, you know what I'm saying? Like my dad called it the line in the sand. Yeah. You know, he said like you have to draw that line in the sand and just cross that line. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when you cross that line, don't go back. And there was a message just like a couple Sundays ago where I think it was from Darius actually. You know, he was like, there's the fence. And I think we talked about this on another pod too. It was like, there's the fence and who's the owner of the fence? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
the property line.
Yeah, the property line. Yeah. For sure. You know what I mean? If you continue dabbling, like you're gonna fall back here, but don't stay here. Get back on this side of the fence as soon as you can. Yeah,
for sure. No, and that's and there's levels to it, right? Like even the psychology behind loss. Like I know for me, like, you know, losing important people in my life, you know, sometimes really just numbed me to gambling. I ain't worried about that. Yeah, I got lost. I lost way more than this, you know. But then there's just like there's standards, bro. You know, there's just a more like to me, I'm like, man, that's an ultimate illusion too. You know what I mean? To get, because really it's just the discipline. It's the you and you. Yeah. That's the battle you're losing for real. Like, you know, if you start looking at it as the actual money, like that's where it gets a little bit tricky, because it's just like, yeah, of course, you know, we're bigger than this. And especially when you have confidence in yourself and you like, shoot, I am an ATM machine. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Like, you know, so there's so much of that. And it's cool because for me, bro, it's like, I'm sorting it all out in real time. And I always have been, you know, this is just another medium at this point, right? So it's like to be able to be using my music and at least have the awareness of like, man, like my journey with it is different, and how can I utilize everything that I went through to truly like encourage people and continue to encourage people.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, dude, by the time I started putting out music, bro, I enjoyed peaceful drives. I was drinking beet juice smoothies. You know, my mindset had shifted already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like little bit. Beet juice smoothies, I'm telling you, bro. So like now it's like the most far left you're going to get from me is probably the gambling stuff, you know, or like even, you know, boots on the ground, right? Because, you know, I'm able to let myself be inspired by someone that's in a whole different sort of lifestyle, right? And I'm able to tap into a spirit that I understand, you know, I think something that I understand, right? But it's like now it's like it's shifted so much that like I'm having to go back to that and really like really sort that out, bro, because I get it. You know what I mean? Like I really get it, you know, and that's a part where when I think about documenting early on, that's where I wish, hey, maybe I could have done more video documenting early on, more this. I wrote a lot, right? Which is cool. I journaled, I did that. But like now we're at a point, and it snuck up on me now because I'm like, hey, I've actually been documenting for a good amount of time now, right? Because when I started having the ideas for the business, that's when I just was like, oh, let me just, you know, vlog, right? Let me just do this. And now that's been about 8 years where I go back and I'm like, okay, hey, I have this footage. It's reminding me of these things, you know, but it can get so repetitive, bro. And it's just like, you know, you can really feel like, wow, all right, where, you know, am I going crazy here? You know what I'm saying? Am I, you know, am I on, you know, because it's always going to be this just like another thing. And then you can like, especially in this world we live in this thing, it's like something could happen and it's like, wow, okay, this was all for that. And then that fall apart in the next minute. True. And then you got to make sense of that. Yeah. You got to be like, oh, wow, this all set up this partnership. And then this partnership gets blown up and it's like, okay, what now, bud? Like make sense of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool because we are, you know what I mean? Like that's what we got to do. That's the realities of playing this game and playing it this way. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's the life part. I kind of separated a little bit. Like this part is kind of like, you know, the game of life. Cause at the end of the day, we are in a bit of a weird one, right? Like when it comes to the dynamics of this world that we live in. But the first fight is the one that we already won. Right? And 100%. that's the part that I'm like, you know, when I lean on your prayer and your moments because I'm like, hey, that's what it's about, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
bro, people don't realize, like believers, Christians don't realize that you have the power. You know what I'm saying? Like God gives you power to overcome the enemy. Like your job as a believer is to subdue. That word subdue means to bring into order the chaos that surrounds you. You have the power to do that. You have the authority to do that, to have dominion over these things that are dragging you down, that are constantly trying to drag you down. You don't have to continue to stay in that same fight, but recognize that when the fight comes, that you have the power over it. You know what I'm saying? And like we've been saying, when you fall down, get back up. Get back up. And you don't have to stay in that sin. You don't have to stay in that constant struggle and strife that you are dealing with. Like, we are in this world, but we are not a part of this world as a believer. That's the thing that separates us. Like, we are righteous and holy, and we have the power to overcome sin by the blood of the Lamb that comes to safely secure us, redeem us, and give us that. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift. Yeah. Like, it is a gift that we get to have that as a believer. You know what I'm saying? And so but the purpose of us going through these struggles, going through these trials and tribulations is so that we can relate to the next person, so that we can connect to that brother that's battling this, that sister that's battling this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I may not have struggle with homosexuality myself, right? But there are brothers and sisters, right, that have struggled with that. They were, they were battling that. And now they came out because of Christ. And now they can preach to those people that are fighting that fight and tell them confidently, hey, you have the power to overcome that. For us, it's gambling.
Yeah.
For us, it's lust. For us, it may be, different things, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so we all have our different battles. That's why we're all different parts of the body, meant to serve one another as part of the body and to continue to make disciples to become part of the body by spreading our word, by spreading his word, by spreading our story, by spreading our message of his redemption through us.
For sure. Nah, I love it, bro. And I think that, like, you kind of got me thinking about one of the things that's been coming to mind when I think about my early journey as, like, a gambler. Because, like, I was so young and dumb, naive to the facts of gambling. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start just giving out raw facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me just, you know what I mean? Even if it's just a little short, like, let me just give you some facts real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can decide what you're going to do today, whatever. You still, but at least you had the facts because I didn't have the facts. I just had what someone told me, which I probably didn't even understand what they meant. You know what I mean? They just told me that, and I get what they were saying now. I think I probably mentioned it to you, but I get they were saying like, yo, like, yeah, you could definitely leave like up $50, $40. Like you just got to leave. So like I took that to heart as a fact, like, you know what I mean? But I never went up that $40, $50. So I just kept going down, you know what I mean? So it's like, but just like me as an 18-year-old, like I'm hearing that different, you feel me? So like, I was just like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to start with something like this is going to be my contribution too. Like, let me just give you some raw facts real quick on the statistics, everything, you know, maybe of just a cool little fact a day or whatever it might look like, you know what I mean? So like, and I say that to spark what that might be for you, because I know it's not something you lead with a lot in your conversation. Like you probably wouldn't even know unless you like get into it, you know? It's only came up because I'll talk about my side, or you'll see the bets or whatever, you know? But, you know, whatever that might look like in unity with me and you, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I've took notes to a couple things you said. I brought up the healthy bets. You're like, I can't be a part of that. You know, I understand the boundaries, but I also want to push you to be like, hey, but what does that really look like when we start giving back to that community, when we start reaching down, which it might not be the season for it now, but whatever that looks like, bro, I mean, there's no coincidence that the journeys, like even the stuff that we haven't talked about yet, that even Carmen will realize some of this. She's like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Like, you know, she'll be like, that's kind of crazy alignment. Like, you guys kind of, you know what I mean? So,
hey, I'm always open to share, to give God glory at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm just saying, I don't know what our nonprofit, like, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Hey, maybe something goes on. Like, you know, I've had different visions.
Hey, I'm not necessarily an advocate, you could say, around it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes up, hey, there's no shame, no condemnation. I'm gonna share the story. You know what I'm saying? If I get put in that position and God wants to use me in that way, then I'm gonna be used in that way. You know what I'm saying? But like, that comes with everything. That comes with the gang life. That comes with the slinging. That comes with the, you know what I mean?
But just these
all
ideas,
of those different things.
These ideas that come to my head where I'm like, hey, this is kind of something that I thought about or whatever, like, you know, bounce those ideas back too, you know, because I know you're going to come up with authentic ideas, because if you going through those bottoms, bro, like it's in you, bro. So it's just like, and no one's going to talk to these kids like us, bro. Like no one is going, like there was nobody that was about to get to me except maybe someone, the version I am now, you know, and I still am in the process of learning. I'm still like, hey, like, you know, fighting, right? So it's like that part too, where I'm like, hey, you know, coming together, two heads are better than one, you know, in certain situations, you know. But we dove deep into this, what would you call it? Spiritual, philosophical, I don't know. But I wanted to ask some questions.
Wait, hold on. Before we hop into questions.
Yeah, let me get, what?
We've been on this gambling tip.
Yeah.
Didn't you just drop a max bet track today?
I dropped a max bet track. I think that was last week.
Oh, last week.
But yeah, so it's been in the mix, right? It's been in the mix.
But you dropped the
visuals.
Yeah, the visuals.
I dropped the visuals you and Steph and Carmen helped me set up on the fly. We really knocked that out the park. So
it was fire.
Yeah, super fire, bro. Definitely just that kind of like we went for the mystique, you know what I'm saying? Like style too. And yeah, bro, it's cool. Do you like the track? Have you checked it out?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Just got that bounce, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just one of my personal favorites, so that's why I'm kind of excited about it.
Honestly, like all the tracks, just the style, like the West Coast bounce, every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the Dago vibes, it's the Cali vibes, it's the Frank Judah vibes. You know what I'm saying? And like that's why I knew even 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like when I brought you out to do that first thing at my boy Benizi's benefit concert, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, you're gonna lock in, and you got a lot of fans that are gonna be hopping in from this. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't know if I told you this, but I went to the beach Father's Day. It was Father's Day. Yeah. My boy A. Lee, he was bumping one of your tracks. You know what I'm saying? As we're pulling up to the beach, and I'm like, this is Frank Judah, right? Like, and then he was like, bro, your boy Frank, like, bro, I be rocking with this. Like,
that's tight, bro.
Yeah, and it came from when I did like one of the reels and I put your track over it. Yeah, he was like, bro, like that Better in the Rain.
Yeah, you know yeah.
And I was like, and then he started playing it, and I was like, yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? That's and he's tight, like, I've been playing this on repeat since I saw your reel, bro.
I'll always, you know, because it takes like a real, just what's it called, like not being affected by anything else but what you're actually like listening to at the moment. There's like a lot of people are just like, you know, hey, if someone else likes it, then they'll be like this and that. But you specifically, in the nature that you first heard my music, just kept it real. You kept it real with what you were hearing, bro. You were just like, hold on a sec. Like, I'm actually, you know, you was listening to the words, and you also aligned it to asking me to do something like profoundly. Like, that probably was the only scenario where I would actually bite down and be like, you know what, I'll do it. Because you were like, I'm just saying, bro, because from what I heard in your music, the positivity and this and that, like, that's why I think it'd be a good fit, right? Obviously, you were also trying to plug me with the community and everything, but that's also deep, bro, because that's a homie. You know what I mean? Like, you lost somebody, bro. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, bro, like, I didn't take that lightly. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you really have to be listening to know to ask me something like that. And which is crazy because, like I said, bro, that was the start, you know, and I already was, what, six or so years in just like trying to build this business, you know, and that was something that was there because it was like, I'm learning about branding. So like at that point, I didn't even know what a personal brand was, business brand. I'm learning all these terms. Like, I'm like, okay, personal brand, what does that mean? You know what I mean? And I'm learning all that. So then I knew that was like, okay, hey, I can probably just personal brand focus, be music, but it's going to be more than that because your personal brand is more than that. So I'm just kind of getting into that, right? And you kind of like setting that off, you know, what was really big. And then, the people that were rocking with it, you know, coming from this area, your people, like, I'm like, man, that's super tight, bro. You know what I mean? And then to go into the first inning as well, where, you know, even one of my, I'm pretty sure it had to be the homie Gubba tell me, and he was right on point. The way he said that, he was just like, because, you know, music and all that, right? Like, music artists, you want to be on these big stages and this and that. Like, my journey was just different, bro. Like, I wasn't. So to be there and literally just all the family that I had right at that moment, it was just like, yo, that's it. That everybody that was like really here, like supposed to be here. And he kind of like said it in a way that was like, bro, he took the words out of my mouth. Like, I'm like, bro, that's exactly what it was. You know what I mean? And you know, for you to just kind of put me in position that way, just to have that experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. Like, and even there, like knowing that, okay, I know you're focused on the business side, but also like I know, you know what I'm saying? Like I know you got it in this area too. Like, so let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. You know? So,
bro, I like, if I had all the money, right? Money enhances more opportunities is what I say, right? And so any way that I can make more money is just another opportunity for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to help other people rise up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get their shine on, get your shine on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you activated and multiplying in and through your gift. Like, whatever God has given you, has gifted to you, like, that you need to go and be that light up on the hill, that city set on the hill that can't be hidden. Yeah. Like, go and do that thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And like, we lost money on that. You know what I'm saying? Like the first inning. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, the memory and the experience of like, of putting, again, what you said, like putting everybody in position to like just get their shine. Like, we saw Knicks and Navs get up there and like they've been just crushing it ever since on the DJ scene. Nice. Like, they've been doing like some of the biggest DJ shows. You know, Dre was up there, African, Nana, right? Yeah. Like, bro, just to like see the talent come together, like that's really what the lab really started on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the foundation of it. It was like, we just want the talent to like remain in San Diego, you know, and to get their shine on through San Diego. Yeah. You know, not that you have to stay, but like you can make it through your city. For sure. You know, you can make it in and through your city.
Yeah. Like, more than ever now, it's such a different approach. I feel like it's just a whole different, it comes down to your mindset. And, you know, that's why that whole conversation too, when it comes to like separating it by city and like being limited by anything regional, to me is just like super out. Like, I'm like, how would you even think that way right now? Right. Like, dude, no one can even know where you are. Like, you're over here, you start your own radio show, you do this, you do that. Like, the power, you know, that we have in our hands, it's just the work. Yeah. It's like, sometimes I think it's just like, you know, people get confused. Like, I know I haven't put nearly as much work in as I can. I've worked with, you know, people that have huge platforms, and to see the amount of content that they're still pushing, and you're telling me that you think it's okay to just only get 50 reps in, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like there's no way. Like, I like, for me, I'm like, dude, so that's why it's just like, you got to test every boundary, right? Yeah. Make sure, like, first go through quantity, like, no, okay, hey, all right, quantity's not the issue. All right, we're going to go to the quality. Okay, this ain't the issue. This ain't that, you know? So yeah, it's like, dude, the fact that there's still things that I haven't scratched in certain areas, even just in my craft or, you know, in other ways, like, it just gets me excited, bro.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like, for me, I think about this is I feel like I should have been coaching a long time ago. Like, I had the vision of podcast, personal brand, and transforming that into business coaching since 2018. And it's like, where is my flock at? Why am I not coaching so many people right now, but I'm putting in the legwork around these systems and doing the editing and doing the recordings and, like, you know, provided this space and stuff like that to be able to start doing it. But I'm not necessarily coaching them, I'm implementing, right? So instead of setting place from like the visionary perspective, I'm doing a lot of the implementation. But it's like, there's a timing for everything, you know what I'm saying? And the timing for me is that the fact of the matter is, I've worked with like established brands. I work with the established coaches, right? Like, I haven't put enough reps in myself on my own brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked the system for other people. Yep. But I need to continue working it on myself. And so it's just like, now you're gonna start seeing it pop through mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have like 360 posts or something like that on Instagram from the span of like how long I've had Instagram for. And bro, I looked at Gary V's the other day and it's at 10,850 or something like that, bro. Yeah. I'm like, I'm over here
already.
I'm over here talking about test creative, bro. Yeah. To clients, right? And like, you know, on my content as a personal brand builder for like established coaches and leaders. And then like, bro, you're looking at Gary V and you're just like, holy crap, 10,800
for sure. And that's why, I mean, bro, for me, I never even go into that mode yet because I charge it to the way I approach the game.
Yeah.
I approach the game knowing that, oh no, I want to use this avenue to get the reps. Because for me, I spend more bandwidth trying to film myself and edit my own stuff, right? Because I'm connected to it in a different way.
Yeah.
So in order for me to not do that, I need to like put the most certain situation in place where I'm forced to get all the reps, right? And one thing about me, bro, is just like, I don't care how long it takes me. I'm not going to, if I'm starting something, like if okay, hey, this is what we're going to build, I'm not going to stop doing it, right? Yeah. So that's why I was like, okay, cool. This is what we need to build then, because this is going to force me to get all the reps that I need. Like you keep telling me I need to learn branding, marketing. All right, cool. I'm starting a creative agency. You know what I mean? Like at that point, that's what I was calling it, whatever it ends up evolving to. But I'm like, all right, cool. This needs to happen. Okay, we're building this because I don't care about the other things that would stop me from wanting to do that. Oh, it's going to take more time. Oh, it's going to do this. It don't matter. I want to build it. I'm going to put myself in position to get the reps. So like, that's why, bro, like if anyone ever, people ask me, oh, man, you're not mad like your music hasn't popped off yet? Like, no, bro, first of all, I ain't done nearly enough work or I'm not good enough yet or, or I need to be better. Like there's only two reasons why. Yeah. You feel me? So you're either not as good as you think or you're not putting in enough work. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm like, bro, I'm competitive as ever, bro. Yeah. So that don't bother me. Yeah. I'm gonna get better. Yeah. You feel me? And for me, it's like, I've always been confident, but at the same time, bro, like, I've grown and been like, okay, cool. I can be real and I can just be like, all right, cool. I can get this better. I can read over here. And that to me is the game, that's what I love.
That's the only way that you're gonna grow too, right? Is the level of self-awareness like that you have to be able to call yourself out on all the BS that you serve yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not good enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not disciplined enough right now. Like I am at a 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To recognize that even though your mind says, oh yeah, I need to be a 5. I'm going to be a 5. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I am working towards it right now. You know what I'm saying? But continue to speak life into the matter. You know what I'm saying? Like understand that there is a promise for you and you can continue to pursue that. There is a perfection that you can continue to point towards. That's Christ, right? Yep. Like you continue putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like you will eventually achieve to the level of success that is planned for you. If you're willing to put in that work, but understand that you fall short. You're gonna be falling short. You can be at a 2, and you can drop your ego, surrender, and say, hey, there's work to be done here.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't know about you, bro, but like embedded in my plan is to keep it, right? So I've already seen the case studies of people getting it and not being able to keep it. So one of my biggest parts of working on myself is making sure I'm the man I need to be to keep this in place for my family as much as I possibly can. There's things going to be out of my control, but for me, it's like I'm not tripping on the grind, the steady nickel, because that's, to me, intuitively, I'm like, this is what's going to allow me to keep to keep not even what's being acquired, but just like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to find a better word for getting something, but just keep it. Just keep it, Yeah. And that's the, you can get to the top, but it's like I bring that up a lot too. Like E.T. says it, you got to the top, you should have paid to get help. At that moment you had it. You had the resources to invest back in yourself. Yeah. You should have sorted that out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I'm like, man, to have these things early and for it to be resonating with me now, I'm way too grateful to be over here like thinking like, man, why isn't this? Why isn't no? What?
You gotta think better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People don't think better when they're at the mountaintop and they forget. You know what I'm saying? They forget that you were just at the bottom of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? and you can get down there just as fast as you got up there. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think about this story when I was learning how to cut hair. My homie Jeff was like, it's not about how much hair you cut off, it's about how much hair you keep on. You know what I'm saying? Because you could run a clipper through and that haircut's done. You know what I'm saying? When you're cutting, you know, a client in the chair, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about how much hair you cut off, it's about how much you keep on. And you could always work towards cutting off a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But if you go a little bit too far,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap.
Yeah, for sure.
Hair is done. You know what I mean? Hair's done.
Yeah. Who was that? Who is he still cutting hair?
Yeah, my homie. And he's bald too. That's right. But he's that's my boy Jeff. Yeah, shout out Cut and Dry Barbershop, man.
That's tight. That's tight. Nice, bro. Well, I did have an experimental section.
All right,
down to experiment.
Let's do it
with me on this. Okay, so just incorporating some different things to the pod. This is like a rapid fire this or that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All right. So first one, 100K followers or 1,000 paying community members?
1,000.
Easy, right?
Easy.
Personal brand or company brand?
Personal brand.
Expand on that one.
Personal brand allows you to filter into all of your different corporate brands that are underneath you, while a corporate brand services like all of the different products and services within that corporate brand, but it doesn't allow you to it's very limited in how you can self-express. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about Elon Musk, for example, right? Elon Musk has Tesla, has SpaceX, he's a visionary thought leader, he does speaking engagements, he has all of these different ways to continue to get revenue, generate leads, you know, generate sales, right, etc. But he's not tied to just one thing. He's not just tied to Tesla, right? Whereas Tesla is just Tesla. You know what I'm saying? SpaceX is just SpaceX. So those are the corporate brands. You know? You do things centered around what's best for the company, not what's best for you holistically as a person.
For sure.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think there may be some instances where you're just self-aware enough to know, like, some people may just not want to build a personal brand at all, which is completely understandable. I just listened to a clip or the podcast from Gary Vee, and something that he said was just like took the words out of my mouth. If I wasn't using social media as a vehicle to build this 1% life or whatever, you wouldn't see me.
Right.
And I'm like, dude,
100%.
100% the same.
100%.
I'm like, dude, I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's why he respects the heck out of people that are like, no, I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I totally get it.
You can run a business without social media, but in order to scale the online influence so that you can start generating online sales, you have to get active on social media, right? And
well, personal, I mean, you don't have to pair the personal brand, right? Like, even if it's a company brand, like, okay, hey, you invest in someone that's the face of the company, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there are ways to play it around that, which I think about. I mean, I was obsessed with MF Doom as an artist, right? Who never showed his face. And, you know, so I really like respect still that concept of privacy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely still value privacy and
100%.
Like, so yeah, but I agree with what you're saying.
I mean, that's what Gary Vee said, right? Is like, I'm the most private public person that you'll ever meet.
Yeah, for sure. YouTube or Instagram, if you could only keep one?
YouTube.
Easy.
Yeah.
One great long form video or 10 short form videos?
One great long form.
Viral content or evergreen content?
Ooh, evergreen.
Evergreen. What's evergreen mean exactly?
Evergreen content is you're not doing things trying to chase trends, not trying to go viral. You know, you're just speaking to your nature. Like, what do you do? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. AI editor or human editor?
Human editor. Man, I've tried like these AI editing softwares and it's not there yet. Yeah. Like, I've even gotten off of Opus. Like, I've been doing like the past couple clips that I've been doing. It's just been mine. Because after I did the ad creatives for another company, just being able to like stitch together from like the frame of like how they think about clipping, like as an 8-figure brand.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I need to work on my storytelling better than what these AI, this AI can push out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start putting in the extra work
for sure
to do it.
That's what you've been mainly focusing on doing.
Yeah, I wanted to leverage AI for the efficiency, but it's not as effective right now.
Yeah. I like this one. Build a business or buy a business?
Man. I mean, I've only bootstrapped my own businesses, so I can only say that I can build a business. I've never bought a business, but in reality, like I'm an investor-minded person first, above being an entrepreneur, above being, a sole proprietor, anything like that. So I would buy a business.
Yeah.
If I had capital, a means to do it, buy a business for the low, implement systems and processes and marketing, and continue to scale it.
I love that, bro. I think it's through the process, for me personally, right? Mm-hmm. Like you're speaking from experience, through the process of building a business and trying to get to the best version of myself as a business owner would then eventually choose buy a business.
I would say also to add on to that is after building multiple businesses from scratch, this is now my 4th business officially from scratch. I would say buy a business first with the capital that you save up from a 9-to-5, implement those systems, processes, marketing, etc. like I said, and then eventually like give yourself a timeline, right? After you bought that business to be a cash flowing asset, save up that money and then go start the thing that you are passionate about and gifted in, that has no strings, no ties attached to it, and it's just passion, right?
Yeah.
Like Gary Vee has a whole thing around cooking, right, or around restaurants.
Yeah.
Right. He has a restaurant group. He didn't start out with a restaurant group, right? Restaurants, 10% margins. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a restaurant owner. 10%, maybe 15%, maybe 20% at the very most if you're running a extremely lean, profitable restaurant. Most cafes are under 10%. They're in like the 6%, especially right now in this economy. So realistically, like if you're making even say 10%, which is like slightly above average right now, on $1 million, like you're doing $1 million in sales and you're only taking home $100K. When you're putting in hours to achieve that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the same amount of time that you could be doing that in content, like in building a brand or even having like an HVAC companies and like CPA firms and things like that, they're shooting like 30-40% margins. So $1 million, you're taking home 300-400K.
Yeah, which is like, it's all the learning process that you probably learn when you're bootstrapping, right? So 100%. Then it's like the reason why you're choosing buy a business is now you're doing your research, right, to make sure that you aren't having too much emotion attached to what you're trying to build. Essentially, at least for me, that's something that I'm like, I look at, I'm like, damn, I'm so out of position too, right? Like in certain ways, when you are putting your passion into it, you just realize that like you're also super vulnerable, right? So being the best businessman that I envision myself being, I'm like, okay, I know where I'm going to end up, and it's okay that this is where I started, but at least I'm starting to get some like, okay, I see what I did. You know what I mean? Like I see what I did wrong here. You know, what I see where I could be kind of really out of position, right? So yeah, nice.
Yeah,
we got 10-person elite team or 100-person company.
10-person elite team. Oh man, you could do a lot. You could do a lot with just 10, with just a little bit of A players. Like
10 million views, 10K email subscribers.
Ooh, 10K email subscribers, easy.
Gotcha. Online community or in-person community?
In-person community. Oh man, like there's nothing like having people right at your front door, you know what I'm saying? And being able to break bread right at the table.
Great product, weak marketing, or average product, elite marketing?
I mean, I like the great product and weak marketing personally. Even though marketing is what we do, but like if your product can't deliver on the back end, and then you're not going to have recurring, you're not going to have any recurring. And so I want to, as a service-based person, like I want to provide the best experience that somebody can possibly have when they buy into what we sell them.
I agree. Creator or entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Talent or consistency?
Consistency. All day.
All day. Strategy or execution?
Execution. Strategy is super important, but if you don't actually get started, it doesn't matter.
Build quietly or build in public?
Build quietly until it can go public.
Cheating already, bud. Build quietly or build in public? Choose one. It's the version you're answering now.
Okay, build in public.
There you go.
Yeah.
1 million revenue, no personal brand, or 100K loyal followers, no business yet?
Oof, man. There's a lot that you can do with capital up front. But if you are smart enough to take the 100K followers that you have that are loyal to you and spark up a really great product like we talked about, I'll take the 100K followers.
I think the same, because you haven't even sold them anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, if you create a really great
product. You got 100K loyal and you have no business yet.
Yeah, that's the weak marketing part, right? If you didn't have to market for it, but you already have them, but you have a great product, take it all day.
Yep. All right. We are going to go into true or false real quick, bro. We only got... Actually, you know what? I like that. We're going to keep it right there. That was a good rapid fire. Let's end on that.
All right.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like that.
We aligned or what?
Oh, yeah.
Always,
100%.
Huh?
Yeah,
always,
100%. I don't... what was it? Yeah. Nah, all of them were good. I love it.
Cool.
I actually think that's cool, though, because you're giving your, like, instinctive, you know what I'm saying, like, way of thinking, you know what I mean, on those.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of people just don't get to see as much of, you know what I'm saying, just, like, your instincts.
I think because this week I've been like just doing the whole batch content creating thing. You know what I mean, with the team, and so it's just like
ready to go.
I'm like I've had to like bang. Process so much this week.
Yeah, for sure. But do those reps, bro. I mean, shoot, even your podcast reps, like so that alone too is just something so beneficial. And starting a podcast is just getting way more intentional with what you're saying, what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like it forces you to get there. And all those episodes you were knocking out on your keys to the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you're at now, all the conversations you get to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So just freaking becoming a beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or already are and getting better, you know?
Working towards it every day. Every day you got to put some reps in. So yeah, man. Sure. But thank you for tuning in to this episode of Building Side by Side. I'm Christian.
I'm Frank.
And this is Building Side by Side.
Brick by brick.
Peace.